Do you ever wonder if there is a way to know that you manifested something, that it actually worked and that you did it right? Or have you ever wondered, looking back, if the thing that you wanted actually manifested and it wasn't just you making it happen? Well, there is actually a way to tell and actually know for sure once and for all. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. So if you are ready to finally be sure and know what to look for, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below before we jump in. But really, do it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Now let's get into how to know it's working and that you've manifested it. The whole idea for making this video is actually from a question that I've been getting asked so many times in my live Q&A with my Create members. And in case you don't know, basically every single month inside of Create, I do a live Q&A where everyone in the group gets to ask me their questions and get answers to areas they need or areas they're feeling stuck. And also every single month, these members get 30 days of brand new manifesting content with brand new meditations that aren't on YouTube, mantras, affirmations, workbooks, video trainings, and so much more. So in case you want more information about how to join Create, I will leave a link up here and a link down below. But this was such a common question that I got so many times that I wanted to make this video and clear up the confusion. I'm guessing other people have had this question too. So here is the exact moment that you know it worked. I've said this before, but manifestation requires your participation. It's co-creation, not just sitting there waiting for something to fall from the sky for you. And there's this balance between knowing what's your part and doing that part, and then also allowing things to be worked out for you and surrendering to that invisible support. And I want to give you an example of how this actually works in action. So to give you an example, one of the questions that I got asked most recently in the Q&A was, how do you know if you manifested something or you just bought it? And it's a great question because this person had recently just bought something that she was trying to manifest. So was it bought or manifested? So let's use this specifically as an example. So it starts with your desire to have a certain thing. There is something that you desire to have or buy. And then you set the intention or desire to have this thing. And then you go into work shifting into deciding to have it, doing the techniques that work for you, clearing the resistance around it, getting your energy behind it. All of that is your part. All of that was you energetically shifting to become an energetic match, shifting all of the places within you that were in the way to create space to have this thing that you want. And it's from this internal work that you create the circumstances and opportunity to have this thing, to take the inspired action. In this case, because the person said they bought it, the circumstances lined up financially for her to buy the thing she wanted. It's still manifested even though she bought it because the circumstances for her to purchase it were the manifestation. And then the inspired action was the actually buying it. Do you see what I mean? Just because you bought something doesn't mean it wasn't manifested. It just means that the circumstances shifted for you to be able to buy it, for you to be able to take the inspired action necessary for you to have the thing you want. In this case, the inspired action that was necessary was buying the actual thing. Buying it was the inspired action. The circumstances that allowed you to take this inspired action were manifested. Does that make sense? I mean, really think about it. And I made a whole video on how I manifested my new house where I show you step by step exactly what I did. I will leave a link up here and a link down below if you want to watch that next because this really ties in together. But for example, me manifesting a house does not mean that someone just walked up and handed me a set of keys without any action on my part. That's not how it works. Nobody just handed me the house. I still bought the house, but all of the circumstances lined up for me to be able to buy the house, for me to be able to take that inspired action. Because when I first set out to buy a house in the neighborhood we were looking in, everyone, literally everyone told me it was impossible. Like houses here are very rarely for sale. And if they are, they get bought before they ever even hit the market. Like it's nearly impossible to get a house in this neighborhood. And as you know, the housing market has been extremely competitive and difficult this year. But I set the intention to have this house. I wanted a specific amount of bedrooms. I wanted a specific amount of bathrooms. And I wanted all of these different requirements, a pool, a yard, all of these things that I wanted to have that were non-negotiable for me. I love it when people tell me things are impossible because I come from a firm belief that everything is possible. And in turn, it is. Listen to this. After making these lists of non-negotiables, I then went and started doing the internal work about what I talk about. I shifted into a level of certainty despite everybody telling me it was impossible. That's their belief, not mine. And guess what? When I did the internal work, all of the circumstances shifted when I shifted, when I decided, when I did the internal work. It was reflected back into my reality just like a mirror. And in turn, I got the house I wanted with everything on my checklist. And the house never even hit the market. So zero competition, all done very quickly, all done on my terms because I shifted internally. Do you see what I'm getting at here? Circumstances are manifested for you to take the action needed, for you to take the inspired action. It's the circumstances that are manifested. You do your part and then take action when the circumstances change. That's how you know it manifested. When you have shifted so much into certainty on such a deep level internally that your entire external reality shifts and rearranges in your favor to give you exactly what you want. It's when your new internal state creates a new external state. That's manifestation. And in the spirit of taking action and doing your part whenever your circumstances change, I wanted to share a Skillshare class I recently took called Finding Fulfillment, Using Pivots to Power Your Creative Career by Emma Gannon. And in this class, she really dives deep into how to really take responsibility for going after your dreams. This class is full of inspiration and action steps, and I especially loved her exercise that she shares on naming your non-negotiables because that's something I always do personally. Like I said, even when I manifested my house, I always like to make non-negotiables. This is what I want. This is what I get to have. Set your standards. Get specific on what's important to you, and that's your level of standards. And you know that I've mentioned Skillshare before, and I actually wanted to thank them for sponsoring today's video. And because Skillshare is sponsoring today's video, they are actually giving the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description box below 1 month for free. So you can try this class and thousands of other classes completely free for an entire month. And if you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning platform with thousands of classes to choose from, ranging from productivity to filming, illustration, and so much more. Skillshare is an amazing way to learn brand new skills or deepen your creative passions. There are never any ads and there's always new classes being added. And right now I have so many brand new classes that I just added to my watch list. So thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And also be sure to check out my Instagram at MKMagicMindset, where I share tons of daily affirmations, law of attraction, tips, tricks, resources, and more. And last but not least, be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com, where you can find more about joining that Create program, getting Q&As with me, and all of my other programs as well. And I will see you in the next one.